How about your top 10 Darth Maul collectibles sometime, unless I missed it? Let's jump right into it. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Christopher, and today I'm taking a look at my top 10 Darth Maul Star Wars collectibles. And big shout out to my subscriber, Blue Harvest 1971, for the suggestion for this video. And if you have any suggestions for future videos, let me know in the comments. So picking my top 10 Darth Maul collectibles was a little bit harder for me to do since Darth Maul is my favorite character, and pretty much all of the Darth Maul collectibles in my collection are my personal favorites, but I managed to narrow it down with some difficulty. So kicking things off at number 10 is this Star Wars watch from Burger King. It was a promotional item at Burger King when Revenge of the Sith came out in 2005. So I have the whole set. I have the rest of the set on my Billy bookcases up here behind me here. So it usually just sits up there. It's still sealed, so I probably won't open this up. I don't know, who knows, maybe down the road I might, but the whole set is sealed. I got a really good deal on them. I think it was last year that I picked these up, but as I mentioned, it came from Burger King back in 2005. There was a set of 6. This one has Darth Maul. This one is the representation for The Phantom Menace, Episode 1. So it's got Darth Maul on the one side, and then on the other side it's got Obi-Wan Kenobi there. So pretty cool canister to hold the watch. I don't recall what the watch actually looked like, but I always keep Darth Maul facing out when it's on display with the other ones. So this is my number 10 pick. Coming in at number 9 is a little more recent pickup. This one is the Darth Maul Funko Soda. I picked up 2 of them from Hot Topic a couple months back now. Did a review on it on the channel, so definitely check that out. But I ended up getting 2 commons, so I have one to sell still or trade. So if anyone does need a Darth Maul Funko Soda, let me know. It is a common, of course. The duplicate is a common, but I'm okay having just a common. I might still try and get the chase because it is Darth Maul and it looks cool. It's a holographic version, but this one looks absolutely killer in this pose. He looks very menacing in this pose with the dual lightsaber out, and the can looks great too. The can looks absolutely fantastic with that red and black color scheme. What other colors would you have with Darth Maul? So this is my number 9 pick for my top 10 Darth Maul collectibles. For my number 8 spot, I went with the Star Wars Mighty Mugs, the Darth Maul Star Wars Mighty Mug figure. This one I've had, I don't know, maybe 3-4 years now. Found it on Facebook Marketplace along with a couple other ones in my collection that you probably see a couple of them behind me. But had to get Darth Maul, as he is my favorite character out of all the Star Wars movies. Such a great looking figure as well. I may end up opening this up when I have more room to display these guys, because I do have 4. I do have plans to get some more of these ones because they have a really neat design to them. So as you can see in the packaging, he does look very cool, but the packaging also has an image of Darth Maul on the packaging as well, so that's part of the reason I want to keep it in the packaging as well. But as I mentioned, I might pull it out and put it on display when I have more room. But there's the top there. It has Darth Maul on it as well, so really great display piece. 90% sure that I'm going to open this up when I have a better place to display it, but for now it's going to sit on display in its box up on my shelf behind me. Coming in at number 7, I have this Darth Maul Piggy Bank. Darth Maul on his Sith speeder Piggy Bank, made by Applause. This thing came out back in 1999, but it wasn't one that I picked up right away. I actually picked this one up, I think, last year as well at some point. But really nicely detailed for a piggy bank, and it's one of those things. These Applause statuettes and piggy banks and stuff, they're made out of this kind of cheaper plastic, and the prices are a little bit cheaper, especially when they first came out, but they're kind of a cheaper alternative to getting like a statue, because like there is a lot of detail on this thing, as you can see from the close-up images here. Like there's a lot of detail in his face, on the Sith speeder itself, the cape's kind of flowing behind him. It just looks so epic, and he looks so menacing. So coming in at number 6, it's one that I've had since The Phantom Menace came out back in 1999. It was one of the first Star Wars Episode 1 figures that I picked up. It's a 12-inch figure. It's a 12-inch Darth Maul in that black and red Episode 1 packaging. The box is a little bit dinged up from moving so many times, but still decent enough where I'm keeping it in the package. Something like this, it's vintage enough where I want to keep it in the package along with the rest of my 12-inch figure collection. But he does look very, very cool. The back of the box has other characters that you could have gotten, which was Jar Jar Binks as well as Qui-Gon Jinn. But yeah, really, really great figure. This one has so much sentimental value to me because it was back in a time when I really got hit by that collecting bug. So that's why this thing is on my list. But the reason it's not higher is because there's a couple other collectibles that have more sentimental value and have a little bit more meaning to me as well. So my number 5 pick was also something I picked because of the sentimental value. Again, this is something that I picked up back in 1999 when I really got hit by that collecting bug after seeing the special edition in theaters as well as the Phantom Menace in theaters. So this is part of a set of 12 cups that were available at KFC, which was Naboo, Pizza Hut, which was Coruscant, and Taco Bell, which is Tatooine. So the one that I have today is the Darth Maul cup with cup topper. This one was available at Taco Bell, and the sculpt on the cup topper is great. The cup has that classic fast food looking style to it, I guess. So it just has this whole retro feeling, and I'm really happy to have the whole set of these. But Darth Maul is by far my favorite one out of the set. For my number 4 pick, I went with a Star Wars Funko Pop because, as you know, the majority of the content on my channel is Funko Pop related, and probably by now the majority of my collection is Funko Pop related because I have over 300, closer to 400 items that are strictly Funko Pops, and then everything else. So it could be about 50%. I don't know. I'm not too sure on the numbers there, but the Funko Pops do take up a huge portion of my collection, so that's why I chose this guy. And this guy is by far my favorite Darth Maul, because there are a few different Darth Maul variants as far as Funko Pops go, but this one is by far my favorite. He's number 299. He's a 2019 Celebration exclusive, as well as a 2019 Galactic Convention exclusive, which is the version that I picked up at the Edmonton Collector Con a couple years ago. And I picked him up for like $20, so couldn't really lose. And the reason I picked this one over the rest of them, because these were tough to narrow down my top Darth Maul collectibles, but then picking a Funko Pop, just one Funko Pop for my top 10 Darth Maul collectibles, it was even tougher. So the reason I picked this guy, because this is the first time you see Darth Maul in the movie with his lightsaber out. Like, yes, you see the him with both blades ignite, but we don't have a Funko Pop of that one yet. So this is really the first time we see him in the Phantom Menace with his lightsaber out. So again, very menacing looking. The pose is great. I did do a review on this one, so definitely check that out. But such a great pop, and one of the best Darth Maul Funko Pops in my opinion. Moving on to number 3. Again, it's made by the same company, Applause, the same company that made that Darth Maul piggy bank, the Darth Maul and the Speeder piggy bank. This time it is a ceramic mug, a character ceramic mug of Darth Maul. And again, this is one that I picked up back in 1999. I picked up quite a bit of Darth Maul stuff back then. And most of it I still have. There might be a couple items that I got rid of. I think the 3 3/4 inch figures I didn't keep because I stopped collecting them. But the majority of my other Darth Maul stuff I did keep. And this one, like, I love collecting ceramic cups and glasses, so had to have this guy in my collection. Such a great looking cup. They did a really good job on this one, like the sculpt work, the paint on this one. They got his face absolutely perfect. The earring in the one ear there, as you can see from the close up there. So really great figure mug or character mug, and my favorite character mug in my collection. So coming in at number 2, it's a more recent pickup, but it's an older figure. This is one that I've wanted for a long time, and finally just managed to get at a decent price at the Edmonton Collector Con. Again, one of the places I go to every time they have that Collector Con on. So it is none other than the Star Wars Unleashed Darth Maul. And this guy, the pose on this one, everything about him looks so menacing, and he looks so great on display out of the box, Tony, which you definitely have to get a second one so you can open one up. But yeah, this guy looks so great on display, and he just so menacing. The epic pose, the epicness of like the red flame effect, or whatever you call it, lightsaber effect at the bottom from him spinning with the lightsaber. It just looks so great. And again, this is a really great option for people who don't want to spend a ton of money on the more expensive statues. These Star Wars Unleashed figures are great, and I did do a review on this one, so go check that out. So for my number 1 Darth Maul Star Wars collectible, it again is something that's made by Applause, and it's something that I picked up back in 1999. This one I picked up at a collectible store back when I was living in British Columbia there, back in Kelowna. Back in high school, actually, just finishing, I don't know, I think I was probably in grade 10 or something, so I was still in high school. Went to the collectible store and picked this thing up with some of the money from working my part-time job there. The good old days, you know. So it is the Darth Maul. I think he's classified as a cookie jar. He's plastic, though. He's classified as a cookie jar, I believe. I think that's what he's classified as. It doesn't actually say on here, but it does have the original price, sticker price on there. So $44.99 is what this thing was selling for at the time. I don't think I paid that much for it, but even if I did, I think it was well worth the money. This guy looks so menacing. He sits up top on top of my D12 cabinets there and looks down on me and everything else in the room. So menacing. Such a great addition to the collection, and a lot of sentimental value again with this guy. But like, look at those eyes and look at the teeth. Very, very menacing. Love this thing to death. This might be one of the things, like, if I could only grab a couple things during a house fire, this might be one of the things I grab. But let me know your thoughts on my top 10 Darth Maul Star Wars collectibles. Which one is your favorite, and do you agree with how I ranked them? And which Darth Maul collectibles would be in your top 10? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and then click to watch one of my other reviews. Thank you so much for watching, and may the Force be with you.